Accessible and affordable transportation. It's a huge need nationwide. Right here in West Michigan, one organization is making sure people can get around by giving them two wheels of their own.
Something I call the power of the bike and how it can really change someone's life.
Mike Clark spends his time bringing life to those bikes.
Brake lever's broken, that's out of here.
Taking something old and creating something new.
Turn them from the discarded rubble that they quite often are to a safe, rideable bicycle.
He decks them out with new tires, grips, shifters, and brakes. Taking one man's trash and making it another man's treasure.
It goes from something that someone was glad to get out of their barn to a bike that's going to become someone's best friend, getting them to work or to school.
The labor of love can take as little as 45 minutes or a couple of hours, depending on the condition of the bike.
I like to say a bike can be a tool or a toy.
A tool or toy helping get people from point A to point B.
To get around town, to get to a job, to get to the grocery store, to get access to medical care.
That's why Rick Armbruster created Upcycle Bikes, providing affordable and accessible transportation for adults, taking old bikes and helping create a path to new life.
One person that was in transitional housing, he was able to buy a car. The only reason he could buy a car is because he had the bike to get to work to save enough money to do that.
So far this year, they've received over 700 bikes and have been able to refurbish and donate 500 of them. When winter hits, the need for bikes tends to decrease, but their productivity increases as there's no shortage of bikes in their inventory. Some parts they're unable to use to refurbish bikes, but they still have a purpose through its new recycling program.
That helps us maintain the promise that even if we are not able to fully refurbish a bike for use, we're able to break it down into component parts. Majority of bike parts, the frames, the wheels, the tires, some of the plastic, we're able to turn into recycle.
A mission making a difference in more ways than one.
Bicycle repair both keeps these bikes out of landfills and it gives them to people who genuinely want to contribute to society, to build their lives.
Now, Upcycle Bikes has 16 distribution partners in the community that actually help provide accessible transportation to those who need it. Of course, if you'd like to help, just head to this story on our website.
And getting around easily is something we might tend to take for granted. So this is a great perspective, especially when we consider trying to improve the community around us.
And when you consider maintenance on a bike compared to a car.
For sure. Take a look at the QR code on your screen. You can scan that if you're interested in connecting with us as we continue our Path Forward series, building community relationships and discussing crime reduction. If you know of an individual or organization that we should connect with, you can email us or head to our website.